Sleeping Beauty. Sleepless Beauty. "Oh, there, little Aurora. There," cooed Flora, trying to calm the crying, fussy baby princess. Flora and her fellow fairies, Fauna and Merryweather, stood huddled over the cradle of tiny Aurora and looked down anxiously and helplessly at their royal charge. But Aurora's cries only grew louder. In fact, she had not stopped crying since the three fairies had arrived with the baby earlier that day at the secluded cottage in the woods. "Oh, goodness!" cried Fauna. "What have we got ourselves into? We promised the king and queen that we would hide Aurora out here in the woods and raise her without magic. But we don't know the first thing about taking care of human babies." Flora gave Fauna a comforting pat on the back. Now, don't panic, Fauna," Flora said. "It may be harder than we expected, but this is the only way to keep the princess safe from Maleficent." Merryweather and Fauna knew Flora was right. So, one after another, they tried different things to get the baby to stop crying and go to sleep. "Well," said Flora, "fairy babies are soothed by a sprig of dandelion root placed in their cradle. Let's try that." Flora hurried out of the cottage and returned minutes later with the sprig. She laid it at the baby's feet, but the baby cried on. "Perhaps she needs to be entertained," suggested Fauna. So Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather locked arms and danced a little jig. They kept it up for quite a while, until they were out of breath and could barely stand up. But baby Aurora took no notice and carried on crying. Now Fauna was getting desperate. "Come on," she said to the others. "Let's use a little magic, just to help her sleep. I can't bear to see her so upset." "No, it's much too dangerous," cried Merryweather. "Oh, fiddle faddle," shouted Fauna, who began to wave her wand over the sleeping child. Just then, she accidentally nudged Aurora's cradle, causing it to rock gently back and forth. Soothed by the rocking, the baby's cries slowly grew softer and softer. "Fauna!" cried Flora. "You've done it!" "Look how much she likes the rocking," added Merryweather. So the three fairies continued to rock the cradle gently back and forth, and soon Aurora drifted off to sleep. "Well," Fauna whispered to the others, once the baby was sleeping soundly, "that wasn't so hard now, was it?"